You think intermittent fasting is about skipping breakfast? Wrong. The real magic happening in your body during those fasting windows has nothing to do with eating less and everything to do with what's happening to your insulin levels right now. And once you understand this, fasting will never look the same again. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're completely reframing how you think about intermittent fasting. Because here's the truth, fasting isn't a diet. It's not about deprivation. It's about giving your body the metabolic break it desperately needs to switch fuel sources and reset your relationship with energy. Let's dive in. Let's start with what most people get wrong. When you hear intermittent fasting, your brain probably goes straight to meal timing, calorie restriction, or willpower battles with your hunger. But that's surface level thinking. The real story is happening at the hormonal level, specifically with insulin. Every time you eat, anything, really, but especially carbohydrates, your blood sugar rises. And when your blood sugar rises, your pancreas releases insulin. Now, insulin is an incredibly important hormone. It's like a key that unlocks your cells so glucose can get inside and be used for energy. But here's where things get interesting. In our modern world of constant eating, breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, dessert, we're asking our pancreas to pump out insulin all day long. Your insulin levels never really get a chance to drop. And when insulin is elevated, your body stays in storage mode. You're storing energy, not burning it. You're building fat reserves, not tapping into them. Think of insulin as a metabolic switch. When it's high, you're in storage mode. When it's low, you're in burning mode. And most people are stuck in storage mode from the moment they wake up until they go to bed. Intermittent fasting isn't about skipping meals. It's about giving insulin a break. It's about flipping that metabolic switch. Now let's talk about what happens when you actually give insulin that break. This is where metabolic flexibility comes in, and this is the real prize of intermittent fasting. Metabolic flexibility is your body's ability to efficiently switch between burning carbohydrates and burning fat for fuel. Think of it like being a hybrid car that can seamlessly switch between gasoline and electricity depending on what's most efficient. Most people today are metabolically inflexible. They're carb dependent. Their bodies have essentially forgotten how to burn fat efficiently because they never have to. With constant eating and constant insulin spikes, the message to the body is always, use the incoming glucose. Store the excess. Don't bother with the fat stores. But when you fast, when you extend the time between your last meal and your first meal, something profound happens. First, your glucose gets used up. Then, after about 12 hours without food, your insulin levels drop significantly. And when insulin drops, another hormone called glucagon rises. Glucagon is basically insulin's opposite. It signals your body to start breaking down stored energy. Initially, you burn through your glycogen. That's the stored form of glucose in your liver and muscles. But once that's depleted, usually around the 12 to 16 hour mark, your body starts ramping up fat burning. Your liver begins converting fatty acids into ketones, which are an incredibly efficient fuel source for your brain and body. This is metabolic flexibility in action. You've switched fuel sources. You're now running on your own stored energy rather than constantly needing external fuel. And here's what's beautiful. The more you practice this switch, the better your body gets at it. It's like training a muscle. The first few times you fast, you might feel sluggish or hungry as your body relearns this skill. But over time, the transitions become smoother. You develop true metabolic flexibility. Now, let's talk about why this matters beyond just weight loss or body composition. When you lower insulin chronically and develop metabolic flexibility, you're not just changing how you burn fuel. You're changing your entire metabolic environment. Lower baseline insulin levels improve insulin sensitivity. This means your cells respond better to insulin when you do eat, so you don't need to produce as much. This is huge for preventing type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. Metabolic flexibility reduces inflammation. When your body can efficiently burn fat and produce ketones, you produce fewer inflammatory byproducts compared to constantly burning glucose. Many people report reduced joint pain, clearer skin, and better mental clarity. There's also something called autophagy, your body's cellular cleaning process. When insulin is low and you're in a fasted state, your cells start breaking down and recycling damaged components. It's like your body's taking out the trash and doing repairs. This process has been linked to longevity and reduced disease risk. Your brain function can improve too. Ketones are actually a preferred fuel source for your brain. Many people report enhanced focus, better mood stability, and clearer thinking during fasted states once they're adapted. And perhaps most importantly for modern life, fasting helps break the blood sugar roller coaster. You know that cycle. You eat carbs, you spike, you crash, you crave more carbs, repeat. When you develop metabolic flexibility, you stabilize. Energy becomes more consistent. Hunger becomes more manageable. You're no longer a slave to the next meal. So how do you actually build metabolic flexibility through intermittent fasting? Start simple. You don't need to jump into a 20-hour fast on day one. Begin with a 12-hour eating window. Say, eating between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., then fasting overnight. This alone starts training your body. From there, you can gradually compress your eating window. Many people find 16:8, fasting for 16 hours, eating during an 8-hour window, to be sustainable. That might look like eating between noon and 8 p.m. The key is consistency over intensity. It's better to do a moderate fasting schedule consistently than to do aggressive fasting sporadically. Pay attention to what you eat when you do eat. If you break your fast with refined carbs and sugar, you'll spike insulin dramatically and undermine some of the benefits. Instead, prioritize protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich vegetables. These keep insulin more stable. And be patient with the adaptation period. The first week or two might feel challenging as your body relearns fat burning. You might feel hungry or low energy. This is normal. Most people report that by week 3 or 4, they feel significantly better. More energy, less hunger, better mental clarity. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Intermittent fasting is not about restriction. It's about liberation. It's liberating your body from constant insulin elevation. It's liberating your metabolism from being stuck in one gear. It's liberating yourself from the idea that you need food every few hours to function. When you understand that fasting is about insulin control and metabolic flexibility, it completely changes the game. You're not trying not to eat. You're actively choosing to keep insulin low so your body can access its stored energy and do important cellular housekeeping. You're training your metabolism to be flexible and resilient. You're working with your biology, not against it. So the next time someone asks you about intermittent fasting, don't talk about skipping meals. Talk about insulin. Talk about metabolic flexibility. Talk about giving your body the opportunity to switch fuel sources and optimize its cellular processes. That's the real story. That's the real power. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more content that goes beyond the surface-level health advice, and drop a comment letting me know. Are you currently practicing intermittent fasting? What's been your experience with it? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.